Hey guys, today's on schizophrenia and status post parsing. Schizophrenia and status post parsing. But before we get to this, please allow my brief prelude. As you know, I conveniently recorded it for our mutual comfort, our mutual convenience, and our mutual luxury. Hey, listen, I'm no spring chicken. I know you're thinking right now, I think he's a spring chicken. I know you're thinking, and I say nay, 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 and I've been around a few preludes in my many years. I'm telling you, this kid, this prelude, it's got something particularly luxurious, like an ever luxurious serving of broccoli, steamed.
Hello there, my name is Robert Francis. You've stumbled on my Unconquering
I love
Schizophrenia
steamed
YouTube
broccoli.
channel, where me and the bird. That's right.
That's Mikey's around. He flies on the sun and vast bodies of calm water, and he's on my brand new book, The Definitive Schizophrenia Recovery Handbook. Sound pretty good. It's been out a little over a month.
I've been diagnosed with schizophrenia.
It's a handbook.
For score 5 and 1.
I don't know where I get these titles. I really don't. It's a handbook. Like I write a book and it's like, what's the name of it? Well, it's
now to topic.
Of course.
To topic.
So you go through a psychotic experience, a social psychotic experience, and you're around others, and you're floridly psychotic, and you're there for a couple hours, and you're interacting, you're trying to keep everything together, try not to unravel altogether, trying to act normal. I'm acting normal. I'm totally psychotic. I'm acting normal. And you finish up after a psychotic episode, and you walk away, and you get in the car, and you think to yourself, what the hell just happened? What the hell just happened? And then you're like in the car and you're like, well, was that really true? Was that, what? I was thinking that, but is that really what everybody else was thinking? I call it status post parsing. It's after the psychosis. It's when you're in the car and you think, what the hell just happened? Was I psychotic or was that real? And inevitably, I always wind up at, I was psychotic. But I love that when right after it, and you go by yourself and you're in the car after leaving somewhere and you're like, what the heck just happened? Was that real, what I was experiencing? You ever do that? Was that real? What was real? And then you start saying, well, that wasn't real. I was thinking that, but other people weren't thinking that. I thought they heard my voice or my thoughts, but I know people can't hear my thoughts. So you're in the car, you're like, what the heck just happened? And you're like, you start pulling it apart. And you're like, 90% of it was like, God, you were just psychotic. Why would you believe that people were listening to your thoughts? How many times have we got to go over this? Not to believe that delusion. But it seemed real at the time. And then, afterwards you're like, what? And then you're like, no, that was psychotic. And then you're like, that was weird. And you're like, oh man, wow. It's just another traumatic episode of psychosis. And then you're like, I'm glad 95% of it wasn't true. That's a relief. And you're like, okay. All right, well, that was weird. Time to drive down the road. That was very weird. It's all very luxurious, like a little broccoli. Steam it if you like it. I like it steamed. I love it steamed. All right, have a little broccoli. Be healthy. We'll see you next time.